Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Hurts throwing right away. They'll roll him out right. And his first look is incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts sliding out of the pocket, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Niners at 4-11 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Drop 60, drop 60. Warriors, 17. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Here we go, Scott.
Back to throw here. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lockett, the man in motion. From the 29, Carr going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact of the next-gen stats.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A run for Debo here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And caught by Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go, strike. Seventy range, back to 60. On the ball.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gray. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts completes it to the tight end Kittle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Hurts throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Back to Walker on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the end.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Play action. Now it's Carr. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go play action with Hurts, rolling to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find Gray here. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But first down, Hurts. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurts.
The man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Running the slant, Gray with it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's caught.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Throwing is Hurts.
Touchdown 49ers. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Seahawks are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hurts throw caught by Gray. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. 32 yards.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brad, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Niners come over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it...
He's got a man, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
On the jump.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hurts will throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jordan Brooks with it.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Carr going to throw here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, it's Walker. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say,